Welcome to Save As Ability, a podcast to educate and inform you about disability employment issues. My name is David D'Arcangelo, and I'm your disability policy expert. Hey everybody, we're back again for another episode of Save As Ability. Great to be with you. Please subscribe, like, comment, share so we can continue to build our audience. So today we've got Arcangel's top 5 keys to becoming employed for people with disabilities. We did an episode, a couple episodes ago, like of our top 5 reasonable accommodations. And much like that, of course, there is no one key. There's a million reasons why people get a job or get employed, right? So, what I've tried to do is corral it into these top 5 kind of large buckets of things that I've found to be successful, both for myself as a person with a disability, but also others that I've advised and that we've worked with over the years for, all of the things it takes to become employed. That is not a one-time event. It is a process. And so, let's get right into it. To me, the number one thing to focus on, if you're a person with a disability who wants to become employed, which, by the way, that's great in and of itself because 2/3 are not even in the workplace. So, yes, that should be a goal, is to just become employed and get in the workplace. But before that, the number one thing is focusing on your skills and abilities. When you start talking to people about employment, you want to be positive. You want to be upbeat. You want to be added to their organization. People want to be added to organizations who show up on time, have a good attitude. All of those rudimentary things are so important. And chief among those is focusing on your skills and abilities. Whatever it is that you do well, front and center. Highlight your qualifications and your skills, what you're good at, what you enjoy doing, why you want to show up to work every day. Focus on those almost exclusively. That will help you stand out with an interviewer or somebody who can put you in touch with somebody who knows about a job posting, or once you're in an interview setting. Focusing on those skills and abilities is definitely the number one thing to do, because it helps you emphasize your strengths and all of the things that you can bring to the company. Because at the end of the day, it's a bottom line decision. How is this person going to help me solve problems? How is this person going to help me accomplish the tasks that my organization needs? So focus on skills and abilities, number one. Number 2, the way to do it is networking. It's all about networking. And what I would say is get a mentor. That mentor is going to be able to help you build your network, right? Call on people within your existing network, your existing sphere, and have them link you to people, right? So, maybe somebody in your family is not going to get you the job directly, or maybe your neighbor is not going to get you the job directly, but maybe your neighbor or your friend or your colleague or somebody knows somebody who, I think XYZ is hiring, or talk to my friend who's a manager over at this organization. That networking and the mentorship that is really going to help you get into the networking is so essential for being able to find these unadvertised jobs. Because if you have to just hunt online and try to apply online, forget it. That is so competitive. It's so difficult. Some of those jobs don't even really exist. It's just like companies trying to figure out, how many different people they're going to be able to get to apply if they've got to tweak their job description or something like that. So you want to try to build a strong professional network of people who can put you in touch with jobs and who can tell you what it takes to be able to get into an interview, to be able to secure the job, and navigating that whole process. Because before you can get into an interview, you've got to have all these other conversations. You got to do your research. And the networking is absolutely key to doing that. All right, number 3 key is to explore non-traditional employment. And really, that is things like remote work, flexible options, the gig economy, all of those types of things, entrepreneurship. whatever it takes to be able to get some experience. Maybe it's not your end of the line job, but maybe it's a bridge job to be able to get you to somebody, or who knows, it could work out and catch fire and you could start making a ton of money, or you really enjoy doing it. And maybe it is a long-term thing, but remote work is, it's the now, but it's also the future. It's gaining. It's not going away anytime soon. So, that can come in different forms. It could be online jobs. It could be telework. It could be, other types of things where they send you in the mail and you do it and you send it back to them. So there's all different types of opportunities there. And I would be open to remote work, the gig economy, all of those flexible types of options. Okay. Because, the work hours, the location, eliminating or ameliorating the physical barriers in workplaces, all of those, if you can work remotely, those get ameliorated. And so your chance of long-term success there goes up, I would think. All right. Number 4 is to leverage the existing disability employment services in that network. So whether that's vocational rehabilitation, whether it's the job centers, whether it's any of the state or federal programs, there's a myriad of them that are available to you. Take advantage of those, or at least explore those, rule them in, rule them out. Maybe you even can get some training through them, whatever the case may be. But those are there for you as an American taxpayer. Take advantage of them, all right? Now, on some people's list, this is like the number one thing. I've purposely put this down the end because there's really only a certain segment of people with disabilities that this is going to line up very well for. So I don't want to disparage it or discourage it, but it's not for everybody. And I wouldn't put all your eggs in that basket. Like if you immediately go to your VR agency, they're going to try to direct you to one particular thing. And, I don't have an open mind and try to do the things that you want to do first. Then maybe you can leverage these as a backup or as a subsidiary going along with what you're trying to do in your job search, because there's definitely things that they can do for you. These organizations, you should avail yourself of services that they can provide, whether it's assistive technology or trainings or even the networking that we were talking about, getting into those networking, whether they have webinars or whether they have physical job fairs, whatever the case may be, getting in there, taking advantage of those services, you're paying for them as a taxpayer. All right. And then number 5 is really, you would think it was common sense, but so many people don't do this. And it's having a good resume, and on that resume, showing the business advantage to the employer. Okay. I would immediately, if you think you're going to need a reasonable accommodation, I would try to build that in. Okay. Many people try to shy away from it and say, no, I don't even want to mention it because I might get discriminated against. I don't know if that's the best path. I think the best path is to be able to say, look, I'm going to be able to be your number one guy, or I'm going to be able to be a great worker for you, but I just need this. If you can do that, that shows them that you're proactive, that you're problem solving, that individuals with disabilities who have a right to reasonable accommodations in a lot of the work settings, that they're thinking and they're proactive. That's the way to do it, because that's really going to give the employer, you know what? Yeah, sure. Come on. And yeah, you just need us to tweak this. We can do that. And make sure you're aware that the data that we've talked about here that shows that people with disabilities have many of the great qualities that employers are looking for, in terms of loyalty, in terms of less absenteeism, in terms of higher rates of productivity, and all the good things that employers are seeking. You should know those things, put them in your resume, talk about those reasonable accommodations and what you can do for the employer. Okay. Because really that's what it is. You got to show the employer the business advantage. Hey, hire me. So I hope that's helpful here. We presented our top 5. If you have questions, comments, if you have ones that you want to add to the list, let us know in the comments. Please, again, help us build our channel. Subscribe, like, share, comment. We're there for you. We're trying our best. We're fired up. It's David D'Arcangelo, Save Visibility. Hope you have a great day. For more information about disability employment issues, please visit our website, disabilityemploymentsolutions.com. The Save As Ability podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, our YouTube channel at Disability Policy Expert, or wherever you stream your podcasts. Subscribe, stream, rate, and review our shows. Your ratings and reviews help our show reach new audiences. Produced by Pod Pro Entertainment. Save As Ability lives within a network of podcasts located at podproentertainment.com. #TheNewRadio. Again, my name is David Darkangelo, and I'm your disability policy expert. Until next time, thank you. I hope you have a great day.